All right, I promised a video on OBS and how I use OBS, and this is that video. So the first thing I want you to see is this is OBS. I downloaded it, and there are scenes and there are sources. Scenes and sources, and it's important to know the difference. So I'm going to click through the various scenes I have here. Here's my main scene, and here's another scene. That's the X chart. And then I go to another chart, and then I go over here, and then back to the main thing. So a scene is a group of objects. A scene is a group of sources. And so what's the source? So this is main. Now main is composed of a number of sources. This right here is a video capture device. That right there would be the camera. All right. And if you look closely, you also have audio input. That right there is the microphone. And over here, you have various charts. All right. And you can turn those charts off and on. They're basically just images. So that's, I turn it off, I turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. All right. And each one of these is an image. All right. So now these are layered. All right, let's see if they have any more. Okay, that's it. So these are layered. So the ones that are higher up have priority. So you notice video capture device. That's my camera. My camera is always going to be on top. All right, so whatever I have coming through my camera is going to be on top. And you notice the stadium picture, that's the very background. So that will be the lowest priority. And that's one scene. So you have scenes and you have sources. So here's my, you notice the staying pictures in the background. All right. And my video capture device, I'd want that on top. All right. I want the video capture device on top. So I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to go order. All right. And I'm going to go to the right, hopefully. And I'm going to move it up in priority, right? And I just did that. So let's click on it again, right click. And where's order? All right, and order's up here. And I can keep moving it up. All right, so it's up. And see, I'm moving it to the top. And once it's at the top, all right, and then that's going to be the thing that shows. So when I roll the dice are going to be seen over this. All right. Now, I'm not going to get into chroma key and green screen just yet. All right. That's going to be my next lesson. But the big lesson right here is OBS. You have scenes and you have sources. So scenes are composed of sources, and you have a whole bunch of choices that you can use for your sources. All right. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to add a source. I'm going to go to add. So those right there are all the sources that you could put in a scene. Audio and input capture, audio output capture, and all these things you can add to a scene. All right. So something that's kind of interesting. So what I did with each of these scenes, you go to settings. All right, go to settings. And once the settings screen shows up, here we go. You go to hotkeys. So you go to settings and then hotkeys. All right. And so right here, now, even if I'm not in OBS, this right here, num minus. So if I click the num minus button right there, no matter what screen I'm in, it's going to start recording. So I don't even have to, as long as OBS is open, I can have it on something else, like a website or something, and it'll start recording, and that's you set your hotkeys. All right. So num1, and I have num0 is my main. So I clicked on. All you do is just click on what you want to set. Like let's say I want to set what my error charts are going to be, and then I just click on whatever button, and it sets it. So now I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to switch. No, I don't want to do those changes. All right, so I'm going to switch between scenes. All right, oh, wait, and put that back. There we go. So I'm going to switch between scenes. All right, and show you how it's done. So here's main. So what's happening is as I'm playing the game, all right, this is my main scene, and all I have to do, my computer will be down like this, and I'll be looking at the big TV. And all I do is just hit, and this right here, I'll move to the big TV, and all I'll do is hit these buttons to switch between the charts. Chart, 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 and then I go back to main. All right, so and this is all OBS Studio. OBS Studio is a free application. So that's my brief lesson for today on OBS Studio. We covered scenes, scenes, and then you go to File, right? You go to File, Settings, and then you go to Hotkeys. And on Hotkeys, you can set how to switch between your scenes. And you can also set a number to start recording and stop recording, start streaming and stop streaming. So you don't need to know programming in order to use OBS. All right. OBS is, once you know it, it's really simple. And if you just work with it, you'll learn it. So we went over scenes. Each scene is composed of sources, all right? And you can set hotkeys to switch between the scenes, all right? Or also to stop and start recording and stop and start streaming. So I didn't go into chroma key at all. The chroma key is how I get to have the dice roll, above the pictures. But I'll go into that next lesson. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.